Hey guys, Bookazella here and welcome back to 999. I know it's very quiet right now, but we're on the flowchart screen and basically this is the flowchart and every single question mark are things that we haven't done yet, or rooms that we haven't done yet, or specific like scenes we haven't discovered yet. So we can see that we have done the coffin ending, which we don't want. Excuse me while I apparently go back and completely restart the entire game. Let me just there. There we are. Now we have sort of like a thing. So I was thinking that we could do door 5 instead of 4. And then just go through door 7 again, then door 1, and see what ending we'll get right here. I want to do all the endings first. I'm thinking maybe... I'm trying to think of that, if that's a good idea though. We won't have the 4-leaf clover, so we can't give that to her, so she's gonna be very sad. So we might have the option of the... what I call either the axe or the knife ending, or no, the safe ending could be. No, I think it might be axe ending. Let me go here, if we can. There. Skip.
I thought we were finished with that topic.
But then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Can I skip?
Oh my god, talking won't...
Blah blah blah.
Very well then. There's only one way for...
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
I seen now that's under here.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around.
Well, thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
Is this... oh.
Correct. And so long as...
But
I'm trying to figure out if this works, but oh, I'm sorry.
But what?
who's going to go in which door?
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more
That's how
than
you do
5
it.
people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
Wait.
Is it me or is it just a lot less fast than I'm used to?
I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
Come on now, don't be selfish.
Oh my
Call
god,
me
I can
whatever
do
the
this
hell you want.
faster. I can do this so much faster with clicking, sorry.
What the? Yeah, doesn't he?
Oh, fine. I can't get anyone. I'll go.
What?
Don't we make...
How do you?
Because...
That's if you're.
Blah
Well,
blah blah
there's
blah
no-
blah, we
If I
know.
do 7, and if you...
7, the digital...
Oh, the.
Wait, what about the...
Loaded, 8. 8 plus the digital.
Sorry, I'm just gonna go through because we've done this all already.
So the 2.
So this is
7.
fine.
Lotus. Are these really the beyond?
Before you had to do this on the DS, you had
All
to
right then.
put up
See,
the
I'm-
button, the up
Where are
button
the doors?
on the D-pad.
Hey,
those are
wait.
fine.
I want to go through door 5 too.
The words were scarcely out of his mouth when June spoke up.
What? What are you saying, Jumpy? If you're going through that door, then I'm going with you.
He turned around to look at her.
No, you can't. I can't take you with me.
Why?
We're... Well, you know what's in there, don't you? Are you sure you want to see that?
Well,
June opened her mouth as if to say something, but instead closed it again and looked at the floor. Junpei felt an ache in his chest at her clear distress, but the choice was not his to make. There was nothing else he could do. Junpei turned away from June, doing his best to silence his turbulent emotions.
Please, let me go into door 5.
Seven scratched his head and looked at the young man.
Man, now we're right back where we started. You know that?
Junpei's bracelet is number 5, right? If we are going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us.
In other words, you have to subtract Ace and Clover.
Ace, please, take good care of Clover.
Oh, all right. That's fine.
1 plus 4 is 5.
Don't go away!
You need to listen to me, Clover. Go to door 4 with the others.
No!
Don't be so selfish.
Snake's tone was harsh.
Why?
Tears welled up in Clover's eyes. She bit her lip and did her best to fight them off. Snake's expression softened and he put his arms around her, Clover. He held her close and whispered into her
You'll
ear.
be fine. Just relax.
It looked as though he whispered 2 or 3 more words, but whatever they were, Junpei didn't hear them.
What did he tell her?
He couldn't help but wonder what the other man had said. Snake pulled back from his sister, his eyes kind and inquiring.
Okay. I understand.
Sorry. Spastic fingers. Her voice was barely audible from where Junpei stood. Before long, new teams were assembled.
Let's make sure we've got this straight. Those going to door 5 are me, 7, and Snake. 7 plus 2 plus 5 equals 14, and the digital root of 14, 1 plus 4, is 5. And those going to door 4 are Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover. 8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 1 plus 4 is 22, and the digital root of 22 is 2 plus 2, 4. We're okay with this.
No problems here.
Yes.
All right then.
Hey. 7, Snake, and Junpei scanned their number bracelet in quick succession. The screen of the red showed 3 asterisks.
The lever's all that's left. Okay. All right then. Let's go.
Junpei glanced around one more time, his hand resting on the lever of the red.
Okay. Please be careful.
Concern was written plainly across her face.
We will.
Junpei looked her in the eye and gave her what he hoped was a reassuring nod. He pulled the lever. Door 5, here we come! With a sharp clack of the lock releasing, the door swung open.
And it's open.
Ahead of them in the small hallway were the pitiful remains of the 9th man.
Oh,
That's messed up.
that was the 9th man.
For a moment, Junpei froze. Try as he might, his eyes would not leave the corpse, and his feet would not leave the floor. 7 too seemed paralyzed. Snake, on the other hand, seemed unconcerned. He walked calmly down the bloody hallway, and only stopped when he realized his companions were not following.
Oh.
How can you...
Well,
He can see, so...
do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
He hadn't even bothered to turn around. His head was, at the most, slightly cocked towards one shoulder.
Sorry.
Let's go!
Junpei and 7 looked at one another, nodded, and threw themselves through the door. Sounds. As they did, a cold tone sounded from their waist of all the 3 men. 7 and Junpei looked down at their bracelet. On both of them, and on Snake, a red skull head flickered to life.
Damn it! The countdown started!
They had scarcely proceeded to process this information when with a metallic slam, the numbered door behind them swung shut.
Shit! The door!
There's no turning back now, and if we don't manage to find the deactivation device...
Hey, where is the dead?
The fear and urgency in 7's face reflected what all of 3 of them
How the hell
felt.
should I know? Stay calm. Look around you.
Okay, I get it.
Junpei spun around, searching desperately for the dead.
Ah!
He found it easily enough. It was on the wall next to the closed door labeled 5.
Found it! Right here!
As he yelled, he struck the scanner with his hand. The other 2 scrambled to follow suit. As soon as they finished, Snake threw the lever down. And yet, it continued and they exploded.
Well, it looks like it stopped.
As he spoke, Junpei wiped his sweat from his forehead with a trembling hand.
Goddamn thing's gonna give me a heart attack.
A muscle stood out from Seven's neck, and the corners of his mouth were twitching.
Jumpy, are you all right? Are you guys okay?
They could hear anxious voices, muffled but distinct, from the other side of the door.
Yeah, we're fine. The detonators have been deactivated.
They heard relieved sighs, and even through the door, the three men could feel the tension disperse.
All right, we're moving on. Be careful, okay?
Okay.
Sure thing.
And they're gone.
They heard footsteps moving away, and before long they were alone again.
Now.
Junpei looked around.
Doesn't look like we can go any further this way.
The hallway ended roughly 20 or 30 feet from where they stood.
Maybe this wall can be moved. Or
No.
not.
No, Seven.
It's not budging.
No.
Hey, there's a door over there.
To the left, however, was a wooden door that looked positively inviting by comparison. In the middle of it was a plaque that read First Class.
A first-class cabin, huh?
Well, it seems like it.
Let's have a look then, shall we? All right,
Oh my
then.
god, I'm so sorry.
Let's go.
I hit my microphone again. They're so close to my body.
Yeah.
Without hesitation, Snake opened the door and stepped inside. Seven followed closely behind him. Junpei moved to follow them as well, but
Oh.
he has to get a look in, doesn't he? He stopped just short of the threshold and looked back, not knowing why.
I don't want to look, but
Oh, that's my favorite song. Burr, 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 burr. Sorry, I had to enjoy that for a little while there. Lying in the small hallway was a man's body, or at least what was left of it. He'd tried so hard to avoid looking at the grisly scene, but it just wouldn't leave his mind.
it's so horrible. I can't even tell what's what.
What had once been the man's internal organs now looked like so much vomit, as though something had chewed it up and spit out the better part of his torso. It was hideous, but worse still, it was cruel. It was hard to believe that the thing on the floor had once been human. The black pool of thick blood, the lumps of glistening flesh across the floor, the awkward twisted angle of the shredded intestines, the head wrenched to some grotesque unnatural position.
He'd been wearing these.
The man's glasses lay next to his head. The lenses were cracked and the frame bent and distorted. And next to the glasses lay a bracelet with the number 9 still displayed on his
The
face.
bracelet's off. Oh wait, Zero did say.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. More likely, which is 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confine of the ship, or the paraxatic wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
The bracelet comes off when you're dead. Ugh, but what the hell's the point of getting it off when you end up like this? Ugh. Oh, just imagining how it must have happened. This was a human.
Yeah, maybe we should leave. Suddenly, Junpei felt his stomach convulse, and a knot of muscle gripped his throat.
Oh god. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna puke. Oh, I gotta get out of here.
He clapped his hands over his mouth and ran to the first class cabin. Sorry, I was just looking up how I can skip the text better next time. The atmosphere changed immediately. The room was gorgeous, and despite the apparent age of the ship, none the worse for wear.
Where did they...
He looked around. Seven and Snake were nowhere to be seen. There were 2 doors on the right side of the room. He opened the one on his right, and went through.
Through here?
On the other side of the door was a short hallway. He jogged down the hallway, opened the door at the other end, and peeked through. There they were, on his right, busy examining something.
What's up?
He stepped through the door and walked towards them.
Check this out. We found this thing here on the door.
The red light's on. Does that mean it's locked?
So I would assume.
Is there any other way out?
We looked around a little. Other than this door, we didn't find anything.
So you're telling me that unless we can open this door...
Yes, we won't be going anywhere.
Junpei stepped away from the door and looked around the room.
This looks like a bedroom.
Then the other
yeah.
room is probably a living room. Or the closest you can get to one on a ship.
All right, let's find a way to open this door. Come on, guys.
Okay. We'll try that next time. Sorry, I had to figure out how I was doing this skipping thing on this version, because in the DS it was really easy, but it seems really ridiculous here. Bed with a canopy. I've seen things like this in movies and stuff, but never in real life. True. But you don't see many of these days. I can't see the details, obviously, but I imagine it's one of those princess beds Clover is so fond of. Clover wants one of these? Yes. She wants a princess bed. Didn't I say that? You think that doesn't suit her? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Ah, Junpei, judge her by your appearances, will you? And well, you should not. Straw plate. I see. This feels like glass. A rectangular plate of glass. Is there something written on the surface? Yeah, it's a sheet of music with a couple of A notes. Just A's? Yeah, that's it. We're kinda weird, huh? It took Junpei by surprise. Snake, usually so calm and collected, suddenly began to move. He stared about the room for almost frantically, clearly looking for something. No, Junpei thought, not staring. After all, he's blind. Blind or not, Snake was clearly attempting to do something. At last, Junpei could no longer contain his curiosity. Oh! That's how I go back. Okay, I was already thinking you could do this on the DS version. You could go back in terms of like, you know, like text. At last, Junpei could no longer contain his curiosity.
What's wrong? You got weird all of a sudden.
Snake waited for a moment before
I
answering.
heard something strange.
Before answering. Antwing.
Something
Antwing.
strange.
Ah, well, never mind. It doesn't seem to be anything suspicious. I don't wish to toot my own horn, but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than those of most humans. I notice even the slightest of noises.
Right. Are you gonna tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away?
No, such a thing would be impossible. However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as sound echoing off the environment, I can locate most objects.
Oh yeah, that's right. When Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago, you were at her side immediately. So that was...
Yes, I could hear it happening. In fact, I can run quite fast. Certainly as fast as you. And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I am quite confident that I could defeat them.
This is kind of a hint of being like, hey, that was not Snake in the shower room, because he could probably defeat them.
Really?
And he would hear them coming from a mile away, so... Jimmy was somewhat taken aback by this revelation. He stared at Snake skeptical.
You don't believe me, do you? Care to give it a try?
No thanks.
I must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it. Well, I suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we?
With a small, self-satisfied smile. No, seriously. Small, self-satisfied smile. Snake? That's like 5 S's after each other. Turned and walked away from Junpei. Okay, thanks for that, I guess. A white desk. Feels kind of fancy. A poof! It's a small round chair. It's a poof. It looks like it probably goes with the vanity. White desk. Feels kind of fancy. That's the thing, so that's not something interesting. It's totally a table with a mirror. Ah yes, you know that sort of thing is known as a vanity. Were you aware of that, Junpei? I was. Of course, vanity also refers to self-love, conceit, and narcissism. As such, you could say that every day when a woman looks into one of these, she's staring at her own conceit and narcissism. Doesn't that strike you as terribly sad? It could also be a man. I mean, narcissism is named after Narcissus, which is a guy who really liked to look at himself, so... Anyway. Okay, that's that one. Oh, hello. I'm not gonna touch you. I know it's there. I'm not gonna touch it. Because otherwise we're not gonna get the endings that I want, so... Well, the sink is clean. Any water? Nothing's coming out. We've got the faucet all the way, but I can't hear anything. And there we are in the mirror. What a pair. A college kid and a terrifying giant of a man with a beanie. Stuck in a cramped bathroom with this beast of a man. What would my parents say? Something wrong, Junpei? You look really sad all of a sudden. Oh no, nothing. The lights, huh? Nope, doesn't look like there's anything hidden in there. You know how I am. I always need to look at the lights. The lights are important to me. Testing, testing. Hey, it's great to see you all here. I just flew in from New York, and boy are my arms tired. Yes, thank you. I'll be here all week. Try to feel. That's not a mic, 7. It's just a shower head. What? What the hell? Oh, come on. You knew that. This faucet must be for putting water in the bathtub. How about we drain this plug? There's a plug at the end of this chain. Let's see if I can pull it out. Whoa, hold up! I was just thinking, we might be able to use that water. Use the water. Guess we can't use that yet. Let's go in here. So this is some sort of antique desk. Blech! I can't talk anymore. Makes sense though, I guess. This whole room's full of antiques. You could get a nice handful of cash for all the stuff in here. I know. I upcycle and furniture flip, so that's kind of fun. It's a heavy piece of paper that's been folded in half. It has score printed on the front of it. Score? That's gotta be a musical score. If that's true, then the score we just found was probably in here. At least at some point. Okay, score. Okay. That's back to the place that we don't want to go. There's a score in there, like a thing. Yeah, that's... Okay, so that's the number door. It's a chair. Somebody spent a lot of time carving the legs of this chair. It'll snap like a twig if 7 sits on it, though. Mind your own business! This couch looks just big enough for 3 people. Looks perfect for me! What? Perfect for an elegant gentleman like myself. The couch looks a lot more elegant. Hey, there's something you ain't saying. Ugh, never mind. I see, but you can't get there, so... Is there anything else? Yeah. This suitcase is made of leather in the color of rich mahogany. Well, shoot. Looks like there's nothing in it. A leather suitcase. Dang, nothing in here. Another score plate. Oh, can you take this? I get it. You're gonna use this vase, right? That's pretty clever, Junpei. We're gonna fill this thing with water. What? What are you talking about? Aw, man, you don't get it? Just grab that vase and take a look around. You'll figure it out soon enough. Yeah, it's here. Here. Get some water. Yeah. If we fill the vase up, then we can toss it. Huh? Not really sure what he's saying. Whatever. Let's just get this vase full of water. There we go. Now we can pull the plug. Alright, why don't we just drain this water? Yeah, good plan. Alright, where's that thing? A good tug ought to be enough to get it out. Huh? It's a sheet! Yay! Oh look. There's some toilet paper on the wall here. Nothing that looks suspicious. It's a toilet. Doesn't seem to be anything in the toilet or in the tank. Well, nothing here, I guess. Let's... Alright, time to put this fire out. About time, buddy, let's do it. Here we go. Here we go. Haha, good job. Another success. That fire didn't stand a chance. Alright, I'll just pull this out now. Don't want to get burned. Don't want to get burned, so let's pull down the sleeves. Alright. As Junpei tucked the plate into his pocket. You alright, man? Seven cried out and stumbled, his balance lost. He threw out a hand and caught the wall in time to steady himself to avoid the floor, but his face was flushed and he looked startled.
Hey, Seven. What the hell was that? Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy, that's all.
Seven rubbed a couple of fingers across his brow and then shook his head as if to clear it.
What the hell is wrong with me? First memory loss, now I'm getting dizzy for no reason.
Memory loss?
Junpei couldn't hide the surprise in his voice. Seven, for his part, seemed unconcerned.
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh? I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up. Didn't realize I hadn't told you.
Whoa, wait a minute. You're talking about amnesia, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, why are you an amnesiac? What happened to you?
If you knew that.
I wouldn't really be one, would I?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Junpei paused for a moment and stared at Seven.
Are you telling the truth?
Huh?
Well, you look pretty calm for somebody who doesn't remember anything. If you've really got amnesia, shouldn't you be, like, upset or confused or something?
Well, sure. I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up down on D-Deck. But that was a while ago. I've had some time to get used to it. After a while, I figured it wasn't worth the trouble of worrying about it. After all, why worry about something I can't change? Well, people usually don't stay amnesiacs forever. I figure it'll work itself out eventually.
But that's...
Usually.
That's it?
That's it.
People never stay amnesiacs forever, so... Usually.
Alright, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work.
Yep, thanks. Seven gave Junpei a look the younger man wasn't sure how to interpret and turned to walk away.
How are you fine with something like that?
Some people are fine. Somehow, though, Junpei didn't find his reassurances very reassuring. Okay, well... Hey, what's this? This isn't a score. This is a map of the ship. A map? There's a map of the ship here. Yeah. Then I imagine it will prove very helpful. You'd best hold on to it, Junpei. Okay? Alright. A music stand. Might as well put the music I found on it. I'll put the ceramic plate on the bottom, and then the glass plates onto... Wait a minute. What's wrong? Well, I put them all on top of each other, but they look odd. It doesn't really look like a song. Then in all likelihood, we haven't found them all. We need to find the more glass plates. I've already searched everything. Unless you're saying it's in here. There's nothing inside. Okay. That's the one. I'm not touching the safe, I'm just saying. Because I don't want to get to that ending, so... Oh, what now? A music stand. Seems good place any to put the music we found. Okay, and a stack of glass on top of it. Alright, good. Okay, fine, sweet. Now I can play the music. Junpei, would you be so kind as to play the piano? I am unable to, you see. I'm sure I needn't tell you, but the keys on this piano are not what you might expect them to be. C won't be D, C won't be C, D won't be D, and so forth. You must listen carefully to determine which keys are to strike. Do you understand? Yeah. Alright, let's give this a shot. Okay. Okay. Alright. This is so fun. Damn it! Oh, which one was it again? Oh, Papa. There it is. Bum, 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 bum. And we're done. Music is not my forte. Wait, what was that noise? Junpei, we did it. Looks like it worked. I heard something unlocked over by the exit. Let's go. Good plan. Stand, bow, be seated. Well, I guess he hasn't very forgotten that. At least Snake thinks it's funny. Yes, I suppose that was the classroom bell, wasn't it? I don't imagine that's what Zero was thinking of, however. No, Zero most certainly meant to suggest Westminster, not the middle school. Not middle school. Westminster. The palace in London that plays host these days to the Houses of Parliament. I've been there. You've heard of the Big Ben, the famous clock tower that's always being renovated, you mean? Big Ben plays that very collection of notes on the hour. London. The capital of England, huh? At any rate, the door is now unlocked. Let's leave this place immediately. Let's. Alright, let's go. You found it! Oh, I didn't even say seek a way out, did I? Last time. He came out of a door and into a long, straight hallway.
Another hallway?
He paused for a moment and turned around to look behind him.
That should do it.
Seven was bent over, apparently doing something to the door.
What's he up to?
Junpei had spoke more or less to himself, but apparently Seven had heard anyway. The larger man stood up and turned to Junpei.
I was just putting one of those plates in there. It ought to keep the door from locking again. Now we can come back here anytime we want, right?
Ah, why would you want to come back here?
Snake was a reasonable one. Seven thought about it for a moment before he answered.
I might like to play a little piano.
Piano?
Come on, let's get moving. We aren't out of this yet.
Without waiting for an answer, Seven started off down the hallway.
Well then,
Snake shrugged, sighed, and quietly followed Seven. That's a lie, Junpei thought to himself.
Can't say I could ever imagine Seven playing the piano. He couldn't use the piano in there anyway. The keyboard's a mess. But why would he want to leave the door unlocked then? I have no clue. Hey, wait for me!
Junpei frowned, took one last look at the door, and then walked away towards his companions. After some time in the hallway, they emerged into a larger, more open area.
Whoa, a metal grate?
A large metal grate, like the door of a jail, and divided it in half.
Why is this thing...
They shook it for a while, but as expected, it did not move.
Figures.
Are those elevators over there?
No way to know if they're working or not from here. Oh, there's a door just to the left of this grate.
Unfortunately, however, it was locked and refused to open.
Sounds like it's locked.
Yep.
Junpei took a moment to examine the left side of the room. Don't do that, Junpei. Junpei took a moment to examine the left side of the room. Stairs leading down.
They're blocked by the grate, though.
But this here seems accessible.
So we can open it?
Nah, I think it's locked too. Look.
It's a Venus symbol. In the center of the door was a small keyhole. Next to the keyhole, a small symbol that had been carved into the metal.
What's this mark? The female symbol.
He wasn't quite sure what to make of it. Snake, naturally, was somewhat more sure.
Ah, the Venus symbol, I imagine. Do you recall the similar symbols near the large central stairway? They reference many of the solar bodies.
Oh, that's right. The Sun, Saturn, and Earth.
So, as you can see, that one is likely...
Not the woman symbol, but a Venus symbol.
So I assume.
Hold on. Where's Seven?
While they had been discussing the symbols, Junpei now realized Seven had slipped away. His absence now felt, Snake and Junpei turned to look for their missing companion.
Down that hallway.
Again, stop doing that! Seven had left them to head down the hallway extending to the right of the stairs.
This way, Snake. Follow me.
Junpei grabbed Snake to lead him in the right direction, and they both headed off after Seven. Before long, the three of them stood in front of a door.
I wonder if this door will...
It was a French door.
How about that? It opens.
Junpei tested the door and realized that unlike so many others that they had encountered, it was unlocked. Almost as though he was afraid it would suddenly lock itself, Junpei threw the door open. Dogs. He stepped inside. Zombies! Sorry. It's a casino.
Wow.
Oh, wow! It took only a moment for Junpei to take in his new surroundings.
Is this some kind of casino?
Yeah,
Sure looks like one.
Before Junpei could comment further, a noise from behind made him turn around. Snake was shaking the door he'd just come through.
Well, this is troubling.
As Seven and Junpei watched, he threw up his hands in frustration and then kicked the door for a good measure.
Seems we are once again locked in.
I love that Snake kicked the door. Not something you'd expect him to do. There was no reason to panic, however.
Even if that door was open, it's not like we had anywhere to go that way.
So we must find another exit then.
All right, guys, let's split up and search this room. Come on, no dawdling. Let's go. Quick.
Alright, spurred into action by Seven's word, Junpei and Snake began to examine the room. Oh, here we go, guys, here we go. Take a way out. There we go. Alright, there is a playing card right here. Hey Junpei, isn't that a card sitting on a table there? This feeling. It seems to be a playing card. Oh, it's a playing card, alright. That's a playing card. There's something on the counter. Looks like a card. A playing card. And there's another card here. A playing card. The counter's pretty well polished. I don't have to click everything, so... That's Baccarat, I believe. That square table. It looks like a Mahjong table. Or Mahjong table. Do you play Mahjong 7? Maybe. I don't remember exactly, but I do remember a couple of hands and some of the rules, so I figured that I must have played at some point. Excellent. Once we vacated this vessel, I should like to play a game with you. Can you, play? So long as you tell me which tiles I'm eliminating, yes. I believe I have at least enough skill to defeat an amateur. However, I must ask you to remove the red tiles when we play. Okay. Sure. It's a drawer they used to pick up money. It's locked tight and I can't get it open. Alright, I suspect you can't open that, so... Wait, when those two lights turned on, I heard something from the bottom of the fireplace. What was that? I heard something down there. Just a sec. Clubs. Or just a paw. Diamonds. Heart. Just to be sure. Oh, there's also a playing card here. I didn't think I'd find a card here. A coin bag. Let's use those in the casino thingies. Well, this seems to be a slot machine. There's a slot for coins in the upper left side of the face. Perhaps we should put the coins we have recently acquired in there. Alright, let's put a coin from that bag in here. What happened? I heard an odd noise. Well, to be honest, I don't know. I pressed some of the buttons and smacked the machine once or twice, but nothing happened. Oh, it looks like the coin got stuck. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to click that. Junpei, perhaps you should be more careful in the future. You got the coin stuck in the machine on the left. Please don't make the same mistake again, that will be bad. I mean, it's not like I made that decision. I know that, I'll be fine. Jerk. I'll put this coin in the slot and that'll show him. Huh? Oh, that's weird. You intend to lock us in here? It's not my fault. The coin just got stuck all on its own. Ha. Oh boy. Of course it's the middle one. Alright, let's drop this coin in the coin slot. Come on, you little bastards. I only need one of you. Pin. Oh, fuck. Darn it. It's 7, right? Ah! I'm so good. I'm so bad at this. Eventually I'll get it. Be prepared to be stuck here for a while. Why do I always get this? I always get clubs. Or should I get clubs, diamonds, hearts? I don't know, I have... Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, sorry, that was the whole thing. Okay, never mind. I got stuck there for a little while. 777, yes, 777! And then 7 shows up. And I think I heard something unlocked in there. Impressive, Junpei. It would appear to be unlocked now. There's something akin to a drawer in the bottom part of this machine, yes? That's a pickup drawer for the dividend. Probably the lock for the drawer got unlocked. Please open it if you would. You have got hands. What is this? What is it? Is there something in there? Yeah, playing card. And a key with the Venus symbol on it. Excellent, Junpei. Now we'll be able to open the gate. Then we just need to figure out how to get out of this room. Correct. Come on, Junpei, hurry up. And he's off. There was a playing card and a Venus gimbal. Key. Better put the key in my pocket for later. As for the card... Right, it's that one. An ace? Ace is 1 usually, right? Let's go to that table. Suddenly, Seven began to speak.
Ah, Baccarat. You ever played Junpei?
Junpei shook his head. He barely even heard of the game.
No, never.
Alright then, how about I explain the rules to you a bit? See, Baccarat is kind of an unusual game. You've got the banker and the player. The whole point is that you guess which one's gonna win. And whether the banker or the player wins, it all depends on their hands. The way each hand works is different from other games too. You see, you take the number from the ones place after you add up the value of all your cards. Whoever gets the number closest to 9 wins. If your number is smaller than your opponent's, you lose. And that's it. That's the explanation. Well, actually, there's a lot more to it. Strategy, details, that sort of stuff. But what I just told you sums up the core of the game pretty well. The single digit of the sum of all the cards you have. The strongest hand is a 9. And the weakest hand is a 0. You just ignore the number in the 10 spot.
As I believe Santa said that 9 was... What was it again? 9 was something, and 0 was a monkey. 9 was... I don't remember. I know 0 was a monkey because they made a joke about it.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
He hadn't been asked for it. He hadn't been asked for it, but Seven's explanation rushed through it, and was helpful.
Well, maybe half of it. Enough. I got a chance at winning the game if I played now.
However, we have no way of knowing if the puzzle in the Baccarat table makes use of those rules, and if it does, in what manner.
Then I guess we try everything.
Feeling more confident, if only slightly, Junpei approached the Baccarat table. I mean, there's a playing card right here. That's 3. Okay, so we need to make an 8, right? Let me just, 2 plus 5... Wait. It's an 8. I can make an 8. Well, unless I have high cards. 2... Which kind of items do I have? I have a 2, I have a 3, I have 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, I have 2 to 7. Alright. But I need 3 cards. No. I think it has to be double digits. If we do digital root. No. I'm thinking. Just a sec. Sometimes I just try stuff. Hey, Seven, we were really supposed to play Baccarat? It's a Baccarat table. What the hell else would we do? Stop worrying about it. It's real simple. What's the opponent's hand? Well, there's an 8 in that glass case. Alright, then what's your opponent's number? That's the case, or that's your opponent's number. If that's the case, then the 3 cards that we need to get, what 3 cards do we need to get to that number? 3 cards. 3 cards? There are a couple of indentations with white lines around them, right? Those mean we gotta put down 3 cards. So, place 3 cards here and defeat the opponent's 8. That's what I've gotta do, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Something tells me those aren't the only rules. Alright, let's give it a shot. Before I start, I'd better make sure I've got the rules straight. There are 3 empty indentations. I've just gotta pick a card and play it. I figure if I put them in the right spots, something ought to happen. Alright, let's give them this a try. I'm just gonna try stuff, you know. 5 plus 7. 3, 12, 12, 12. Plus 4 is 16. That would make a 7. It would be 15, right? Something tells me it's digital root. No? Okay then. I guess not. Really? What the F do you make a... I have no idea, guys. What? You have to make an 8? But 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 4 makes 9. What? I'm not stupid, am I? Or am I missing a card or something? But there's not a 1 in, like, cards, so that's impossible. I can just brute force it. I can always brute force it. Two, 3, and 4. 2, 5. That makes a 9 though. Oh, you need to beat the card. Of course. God damn it. Alright, if I just put down these 3 cards. Yes, it's open for me. Great. You did it, Junpei. You think it's telling us to take the 8 card? Come on, let's grab it. I forgot that you need to beat the 8 card, not match it. Alright, let's take this card. Right. These 3 cards I put down are stuck to the table. They won't be going anywhere soon. Anytime soon. Anywhere, anytime soon. Or whatever. There's a card slot. Looks like we need to put a playing card in here. Alright, let's give it a shot. You need to put the 8 in there. And you go. Alright, it opened up. Seems like we have another device to contend with, yes? There are 3 slots in this one. There's 3 slots in this one. I keep forgetting who's talking. Let's see. 3 slots for cards, because it's over here. And I'm used to having it here so I can see who it is. And there's a 9 below them. So that probably means that we gotta make a 9. But the 3 cards we put in the slots, right? Just like we did over at the Baccarat table. Alright, let's give it a shot. I mean, I only have 3 more. I can only put in 3, so... Alright, so I put all the cards that we had left in the slots. What happens now? Is that... Yes! I did hear something from the exit. Excellent work, Junpei. You did nothing. I did all of the work. You're shitty. You're stupid. You're lazy. Wonderful. It seems like the exit is unlocked. Let's go. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go. We don't have anything else that we need from here, so... I know I skip a lot of the double clicking on things. I just don't find it that interesting. Junpei and his companions ran out of the casino and into the large open room. A room, in fact, that they had been in once before. There was little to surprise them there. They already knew what their next step had to be. So right now, Lotus and the rest are probably in the kitchen, and like we came from the cabin, into the hallway when they were still in their cabins in the number 4. Then we went into the casino. Then they came out. Again, went to the kitchen. Then we came out from the casino, opened the thing. Then went to the hospital room downstairs. They came out of the kitchen and then noticed, hey, these crates are gone. Let's go down. And that's how we met up. That's exactly how it goes. So, just so you know. There was little surprise them there. They already knew what their next step had to be.
This way.
The iron gate still stood in place, locked tight, blocking the stairway, and right in the center of it.
The keyhole with the Venus symbol. The Venus key should work here.
Wasting no time, he pulled it out and shoved it into the keyhole. My, Jinbei, calm down. Maybe you lube it up first. He turned it. With the distinctive sound of metal on metal, he felt the lock click open.
Sounds like it did. All right, let's get this thing open.
No problem. Let me help with this one.
Junpei grabbed the handle on the left side and Seven took the handle on the right. On Junpei's signal, they both pushed and the gate creaked open.
It sounds as though you have opened it. We should be
have.
able to reach C deck now, I
We
imagine.
have, Snake. We have opened it.
Snake, are you gonna be all right? I mean, the stairs.
Please, do not do yourself the embarrassment of underestimating me. I would be unlikely to trip even if I were running backwards.
Good to hear. Let's move.
At Seven's words, they leapt onto the stairs and jogged quickly down them. In no time at all, they found themselves on C deck.
Everything looks okay here.
We should check the next deck down.
Oh, sorry, spastic finger. When they reached the water, he called back to Snake and Seven.
Just what I thought. D-deck is completely underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
The surface of the water below was flat, like a mirror.
I'm just glad the water level hasn't changed much.
Back to the C deck then.
Now, how about we check out what's here?
They began searching around and taking stock of what was on C deck.
There are 2 elevators over there, which means it's probably the same upstairs.
There's a card reader between them.
Oh, here we go.
And another
Oh,
weird
Lotus
mark.
is not with us right now, right?
Hey, check it out. It's the symbol for Lotus.
What?
See? It's got the woman symbol, and then it's got the devil horns, right?
Yeah, I see it. No two ways about it. That was a pretty good one, kid.
Seven tousled Junpei's hair in what he likely thought to be a friendly manner. Junpei feared his neck might break, even though it was clear Seven had kept his strength in check.
Oh, whoa, would you watch it, man? Whew, that hurts. You're gonna break my neck.
What are you talking about? The human body ain't that weak. Maybe this'll toughen you up, huh?
If we were looking for a devil, we've got one right here.
Thankfully, Snake interrupted. After Junpei's observation, he'd gone over and examined the card reader.
This is a Mercury symbol. The marks you mistook for horns are a stylized version of the wings and staff of Hermes.
Wings and a staff. Huh. So then, she beats you with the staff until you die and go to heaven. Sounds like Lotus, all right.
Seven shook Junpei's head even more vigorously, and the younger man began to feel as though his brain was being jostled about inside his skull.
Heaven, oh, that's too much. Oh, my head.
Junpei's stomach began churning uncomfortably.
Oh, I think I'm gonna puke.
Unless we can activate this device, I doubt the elevator will function.
In other words, we gotta find a key card with a Mercury symbol on it.
So I would assume.
Let's forget the elevators for right now. How about that hallway to the left?
Whoa, there's a bunch of doors.
There were a great many doors lining both sides of the hallway. They seemed to stretch on forever, and all three men suddenly felt very small.
Ah, shit. We're not gonna have enough time to check all these, are we?
Maybe we can come back here later. We should check out the other side. Let's head back.
To the right of the stairs, another hallway stretched out, reaching deep into the bowels of the ship.
To the right this time.
After a few moments of moving briskly down the hallway, they emerged into an area roughly the same size and shape as the other one on top of the stairs. On the left side of the room, there were 4 French doors.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them up, starting with the closest one there.
Okay, I'm on it.
Junpei nodded and grabbed the one closest to him. He gave it a small tug and felt it move.
It isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
Thrilled to have found another unlocked door, he threw it open. Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw.
What?
Well, we found this one, so... We already have done this, so... Oh wait, not with him, is it? Sorry, not with them. You're right, sorry. He simply stood, unable to speak. Seven didn't say anything. Seven's eyes opened wide and his mouth gaped. After a few long moments, Seven at last managed to speak.
Hey, what is this place? It's so huge and empty.
A massive room stretched out in front of them, more a cavern than a room. Its vastness was oppressive, and it bore down on Seven and Junpei. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds. We already know this.
There are beds.
Yep.
Is this a hospital? The harsh scent in the air is reminiscent of antiseptic solution.
I think so. There are shelves in the center of the room with medicine and surgical tools.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end.
3 of them were emblazoned. Yep, we already got this.
The left door says 3. The second door...
Yep.
And the rightmost door? There's no doubt.
The only thing that we don't have are...
Why is that door between 3 and 7 blank?
Are there voice lines?
Does that mean anything?
That's the only thing we don't have.
No point worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
Yeah, good idea.
Yep. We 3 threaded through. Upon reaching them, they investigated turns. Yep. They try every door, just like the last time.
Yep, locked. Just like I thought.
Naturally. After all, there are rules to the Nonary game, and to allow these doors to open easily would violate those rules. Unless we can authenticate ourselves with the red, the numbered doors will...
Whoa, check this out.
Suddenly, Seven spoke up, interrupting Snake.
Look at the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Don't you remember the red back at the main staircase? If there wasn't anyone in it, it said vacant on the little screen, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
But this one...
doesn't have it, but we
There's
basically
nothing,
know this.
right?
Only one...
Yep, we tried this, but
Nope.
with the other people. Junpei and the others put their hands on the panel, but nothing happened. The red refused to change. They've tried to peel in the lever, nothing. Okay. All of them
And door 3?
malfunctioning.
What does it mean?
They've
They've
tried
gotta
all
be
of that.
broken. Man, that
I'm pretty
bastard.
sure this is the same
think
voice
Zero
lines
was
that
the kind
opts
of-
the other.
Whoa, Zero's been...
Well, that's
Shut
the
up.
only thing...
This is they have the same voice lines as like Lotus and the others, but it's just their voices, so I'm just gonna skip that. While Junpei and Seven talked, Snake busied himself examining the red. After a time, he lowered his hands and spoke.
It seems as if some of the internal hardware has been removed.
Internal hardware?
That is what I said. Take a look at the underside of this red, if you please.
The bottom?
Junpei obliged and bent over to look at the underside of the device.
Huh, there's a thin slot here. I think it's a slot for something. Probably like...
We've
The other
heard
2 reds
this.
are the same. Something's been removed from all 3 of them.
I
Yep.
get it. So the reds aren't working because...
Yep.
So I assume.
But why? And who?
I have no idea. Why on earth would I know something like that?
Just then, they heard the sound of the door
What
opening.
now?
The 3 of them turned and saw Akane. Oh no, Junpei thought it's June.
June!
She stopped short, surprised to see them, and was very nearly bowled over by the rest of her companions who were coming through the door behind her.
Ace, Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
Guess everyone's here.
Jimpy and Seven were, for the moment, at a loss for words.
What are you guys doing?
Why are you...
That's my line?
Perhaps we should exchange information.
After a moment of silence and surprise, everyone suddenly began to talk, desperate to exchange information. And this is where we're gonna leave off, because this is where everything converges, and we're just gonna go through door 7. I guess we could technically now do... let's see. See, we got everything, and we're gonna end up here. And we can go through here, but now we don't have these keys, you see? So... technically, I wonder if I went here right now. They stepped out of the captain's quarters. So now we're back at the captain's quarters, and we completely changed. I don't know how long this episode will be. I'm sorry. I felt like maybe we should go over here. I should have checked a lot earlier, by the way, but I felt like, you know, going through that point. They stepped out of the captain's quarters into another hallway. The hallway stretching them.
All
Yeah.
right, let's.
We've done this. He ran and ran and ran.
That's the.
And
Wait.
you see the map.
This is. Map
See-
of the ship's interior. For
No.
ADEC.
See, he dropped down on his hands and knees and quickly tore the paper off the floor. And now he's gonna set off the wall.
I found a map for this floor.
Here, what he snatched from the wall. See, I'm not stupid. He really said the floor, and now it's from the wall.
I see.
I see. Bye.
Oh, that was.
Okay.
Hey, where's Clover?
Okay, that's the same. I'm just going to new dialogue.
Damn it.
She stomped around when he saw her. She said, okay.
Clover!
Huh?
Everybody watched. Okay.
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
Clover had unconsciously put her hands over the pockets of her jacket as if to hide
What
something.
the hell is that?
What?
You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, this? This is... I wonder.
Ah, yes, it's new
What
dialogue.
the hell?
I wonder.
Come on, we gotta hurry.
With that, Clover ran straight past a somewhat confused Junpei. As she did, he caught a glimpse of her back.
Huh? Clover.
Yes.
What's that on your back?
One of the best endings. Sticking up from her collar was something that looked like a big wooden stick.
A stick. Hey, Clover! What the hell's that thing on your back?
She didn't respond. Instead, she quickly turned the corner and disappeared.
Is she ignoring me? For crying out loud.
Junpei did his best to convince himself that it would make sense later and ran off after Clover. Junpei pushed through the door and found himself in the large room with the large
Big
stairs.
Ah,
Yep.
it's just like it says on the map.
Yep. Okay.
Ace. Did he head down?
He put his hand on the handrail and leaned over to look down.
Oh, there he is.
Look, the 4 others are there.
Okay, we got this.
Really?
Let's join them.
Junpei and Clover glanced over, yep. And then they landed on the same place, or like reached the 3 deck at the same time.
Jumpy!
Clover, we got it.
What's up?
We found it.
We found it!
Found
We've
what did you
Found the number 9.
Come on!
Okay.
Well,
Wait for me.
We should get going.
Jumpy! We found...
Yeah. We've reached the end.
Yes, that's the...
Something's bothering me. Only 3 to 5 people. 7
we
of us,
got
2
that.
people. Is there a way?
Uh-huh.
4/3. We've only.
Yeah.
Hey!
Let's go!
Yeah.
They were quiet for a while until... They had just reached C deck when Clover spoke.
Hey, what about door 2?
Everyone else stopped. They all turned to look at Clover. Seven spoke.
What about door 2?
Door 2 is the only one we haven't gone through it, I mean.
Yes, that is true.
Are you guys okay with that? Not investigating it, I mean.
So what? We found door 9. We don't need any of the other doors.
What's the point?
I mean, we all know that Santa's gonna grab June, so...
Huh? What's the point in going to door 9? We can't all go through it, right? Then we should do what we have to do before we go any further. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. The best way to finish it quickly is to do the border pieces first. You know? Or what? You think all 7 of us should go to door 9? And then we argue over who stays behind and who gets to go? Do we really want to do that again? Who knows? If we check out door 2, maybe we'll find something. Maybe we can find a way to get all of us out. Huh. I don't know what might be in there. We may not find anything. But don't you think it'd be better to at least have a look? I mean, am I wrong? Does that sound wrong to you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do have a point. The others nodded in
The
agreement.
last time I checked the clock, it was 4:30. It's not like we've got a lot of time, but if we're quick about it, we might have time to take a look.
You're right. Let's go take a look at door 2.
They were back in front of the elevator. Nearby was the large hospital
The
room.
elevator can take us down to door 2.
Who shall go then?
Let's see.
Me.
Then June, 7, and I need to go with her.
Me, I'm going. That's what Clover said. 4 plus 3 plus 6 plus 7 is 20. 2 plus 0 is 2.
Hey, why do you get to...
I don't mind. We'd only waste time arguing over it.
Jumpy, I'm okay too.
See?
Can we just go now?
And he's like, yeah, but Santa and 7 killed her brother. That's the only thing she's like remembering now, because she doesn't have the 4-leaf clover, nor did we talk about his ulna sticking through his arm, you know, like his left arm.
Fine.
All right, let's get going. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Be careful. They climbed into the elevator and Junpei listened to it creak and rattle its way through the bottom deck. Only Junpei, Ace, and Lotus were left. As the elevator rumbled out of sight, Ace spoke.
Lotus, would you be so kind as to go with me?
Go with you? Well, I didn't think people still talked that way outside of the 1950s. Well, I'm a mother. Would that be a problem for you?
That wasn't what I meant to... I was hoping you would come with me.
Seriously, though, I was kidding. So, where was it you wanted to take me?
There's something I wanted to show you.
Hey man, what the hell? I'm not important enough?
Well, it's not like that. Once I've shown Lotus, I'll show you.
Really?
Of course.
Ace's smile was friendly.
Fine. Do whatever you want.
Thanks, Junpei.
In other words, fake.
Are you coming, Lotus?
Fine. Doesn't look like they're going to be back anytime soon. I might as well go and see whatever it is you think is so important.
Thank you. Well then, shall we go?
Ace turned and began to walk. Lotus followed. They disappeared into the hallway on the left. And we stay behind, just waiting for the other people to return. Time seemed to drag as Junpei waited for the others to return.
They're so slow.
I would have just been like, let's go to door 9 and check it out, you know?
What's keeping Ace and Lotus?
Suddenly the elevator opened. A single person stood there.
Clover! I guess you're the first one back.
It was only Clover inside. He didn't see the rest. He looked at Junpei, then slowly, purposely stepped out of the elevator. The door closed behind her.
Where's everybody else? What happened?
She didn't answer. Instead, her eyes swept the room and then settled on Junpei.
Where are Ace and Lotus?
Oh, Ace said he wanted to show Lotus something, so they went into that hallway.
Junpei explained what had happened.
Oh, then they went over there?
You literally said what happened, so I don't know why we had an explanation here of what happened, but okay. Her voice was small and timid.
Yeah, I think so.
He repeated his earlier question.
So where are June, Santa, and Seven? Why aren't they with you?
You really want to know?
Here we go. There was something wrong with her smile.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Here, let me show you.
Clover pulled something out of her pocket and tossed it onto the floor at Junpei's feet.
Huh?
Their bracelets. He looked down. On the floor in front of him were 3 metal rings.
Bracelets. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit.
Junpei collapsed.
No. No way. No way. This has got to be some kind of joke. This can't be real.
Junpei's body felt like rubber. His heart felt like a cold lump in his chest and his hand shook uncontrollably. Sweat poured down his face. The three bracelets sat there on the floor before him. He could see the numbers on their faces.
3, 7,
and 6.
Oh. 6.
6. Oh, the pain and the brokenness in his voice when he said 6. I think we finally did that. We've done that so many times.
Why?
I'm gonna skip those parts when it comes up because we've heard him, Daft Punk, say that so many times at this point. Junpei's voice was flat and broken. Clover's response was cold.
Revenge for my brother. He was forced into door 3 and murdered. You need at least 3 people to open a door. Who were the 2 that opened that door with him? It could only have been Santa and 7. That's why I killed them.
2 plus 3 plus 7 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3.
Why did you kill June?
Because she tried to protect them. She was in my way. She had to die too.
No. No.
Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to wake himself from what had to be a dream.
No.
More like
No.
a nightmare. It couldn't be real, it just couldn't.
Hey, Junpei.
He felt Clover's hand on his shoulder. Oh, she is deranged. Though I love her psychotic look on her face right now. Her smile was wrong, horribly wrong. Her face looked like a mask made from stretched human skin. Her smile that parted her lips did not extend to her eyes. They were dead and empty. The girl in front of him was no longer the Clover he had known. Perhaps she was not even human.
Let's go.
Her hand reached out toward him.
Let's get out of here. Let's leave this ship.
What the hell are you talking about? To open a numbered door,
Yes, I know. You need at least 3 people. But as long as we have this...
Once again, Clover reached into her pocket and pulled something out.
That's...
The number 0. It was another bracelet. Junpei could see the number on the face. 0.
The 0 bracelet. You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, this? This is...
Nothing.
See? You get it now? If we have the 0 bracelet, we can leave. You and I can open door 9 with just the 2 of us.
Yeah, 4 and 5 makes 9 and 0. Yeah. Yep.
See? So let's go. Come on! Hurry up!
She shoved out her hand again. Junpei looked up at Clover. She had a face of a demon, but there was something else. There was a holy light that surrounded her. She was both a fierce god and a benevolent goddess, filled with love.
Junpei?
Her voice was soft. Her eyes weren't as empty anymore. They were deep, so deep Junpei could feel himself falling into them. He felt dizzy. There was something oddly bewitching about her. His mind was beginning to crack and his heart began to melt.
Junpei.
The hand she was offering him, it looked soft, so inviting.
Clover.
Not the time to get a boner, dude. Not the time to jerk off either. The way he said that too. Oh, Clover, I'm jacking off to you right now. Junpei reached out with his own trembling hand and closed it over hers.
Yeah?
And she chopped it off. Damn, that's what the voice actor is performing right now. Junpei writhed in agony. He shuddered and twitched, his body spasming as he went into shock. He screamed until his throat was torn and bloody, then screamed more. His cries echoed across the room. Eventually his movement slowed and then faded. There was no more strength left in Junpei. He could feel his body begin to go numb. He no longer felt pain. He no longer felt anything. Whatever Junpei had been was gone. The last remnants of his mind began to fade. Even as his vision faded to nothingness, he saw Clover.
Thanks, Junpei. I'm just gonna borrow this, okay?
He chopped off his fucking hand. Like his arm. Her smile was cold. There was what was left of Junpei's conscious mind drifted away. All that was left was a twisted, broken corpse. Bad end. So that's what happens when you don't get Clover anything. Which was, I believe, my second one that I did. It's always very interesting. My achievement, let me ask you a question. The pun. Yes. X ending. There. See? That's the other part of this part. So I guess next time... Oh, next time we're gonna do another room, I guess. So I'm just thinking, I'm gonna think about this when in between episodes, which one we're gonna choose this time, or next time, I guess, and then we'll go through those doors or that path that I'll choose at that point. But yeah, I think you got to see another ending. I want you to see all the endings. And then we can play through the true ending. I can't speak anymore. It's literally almost 1 in the morning. So I've had my fair share of talking today. So and reading. I had good practice. I hope it was okay. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.